the most successful brand at Le Mans, have just unveiled their new prize fighter.
I know that's an amazing moment for you in your career, but I just wanted to touch on the fact that, to me, Mathieu, that is exactly what the Porsche Pyramid is all about. And you started in the Porsche Pyramid at the beginning in the Carrera Cup, and look where you are now.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for the invitation. Yeah, obviously, I mean, for me, it's a dream come true. Started a couple of years ago in the National Cup Series, French Carrera Cup. And yeah, I had always this dream and this goal of being at the top of the Porsche Pyramid. And back in the days, there was the LMP1 program, and I always dreamed of going to Le Mans in a prototype and with Porsche. And yeah, finally it's happening. Being part of the program with Porsche Penske Motorsport. So I'm just delighted. And actually, even now, it's still hard to believe that I'm part of such a project with such big brands. So yeah. Just so happy right now.
Well, I want to get into that a little bit more, but along the way, when you stepped in and you started this program, you'd seen guys like Nick Tandy and you'd seen guys like Earl Bamber follow that along, so you knew from the beginning, this works if I'm up to it.
Obviously, yeah. It was clear from the start. In the end, if I get in, it's just up to me. I have to perform, I have to deliver, do the best job I can. For me, the best example was obviously Earl Bamber, because he came from Cup and the year after he was already winning Le Mans in 919. So yeah, Earl always been an example, and I just try to follow the steps of those guys. And yeah, it worked well in the Carrera Cups and Super Cup, and then in GT racing together with Porsche. So I'm just delighted that they trust their drivers, their young drivers, and they teach us a lot of things over the years to be ready now for the challenge, and just placed the trust into us to perform at the top level of racing, of endurance racing.
And they gave you that platform in terms of the Carrera Cups and Super Cup, where everybody's in identical cars. It's down to setup changes and your efforts behind the wheel, so you can really let people know what you're capable of instead of being out horsepowered or out aeroed or whatever. But they also, as you said, they teach you so much more. They teach you, this, media, they teach you marketing, they teach you racecraft. It really is just a superb launching pad to get you to where you want to go.
Exactly. I mean, we started as a Carrera Cup driver and a junior. You don't know much, but as you mentioned, we got some media training, also some technical lessons about the car. And just over the years, also being included with the factory team, you have the chance to just race with more experienced drivers. And then also, yeah, with just engineers, and you just spend time with everyone and just try to improve your knowledge on every little aspects to be ready for maybe there is one day the big call. So this is what I did. So far it seems to work well. I got the call, so now in the future it will be up to me again to deliver. But until now, they really prepared me for that. So I feel ready for it, and I just can't wait now to finally be on track with the car next year.
I can imagine. You've already been able to do a fair amount of testing. The car has had some testing, as Porsche always does. They seem to just get ahead of the curve in a big hurry. In that roundtable, one of the questions that was asked of you guys was, it's a combination of Porsche, a legendary mark, and Penske, a legendary team. How can you lose? And to me, that question then begs, how much pressure do you feel now taking, this is the step, you're reaching now for that golden ring, it's yours?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I would have never imagined that in my career I would be in a team where it's Penske and Porsche. Such iconic names, iconic brands, most successful brand and team in the world, in motorsport world. So for sure there is pressure. There is pressure on the drivers, there is pressure on the team. Everybody knows that, but as I already say, when you really look at it, you just come in the garage, everybody has one shirt, it's only one team, and you actually don't see that there is actually two entities working there. Even though there is Americans, Germans, maybe Italians, British people and drivers coming from a little bit everywhere in the world, it's just At the moment, it's just one team which really is like this, and there is pressure, but I always believe there is the bad and the good pressure. And at the moment, we can see it's a good pressure inside the team. It's building up as the month and the tests are going on. But yeah, I'm pretty confident everybody will be ready, and it will be a successful program.
Well, it's certainly motivational pressure. There's no question about that, and you guys thrive on that. Let's be honest. When you get to this level, you know, your will to win is certainly on par with that of Penske and Porsche. Yes. That's why you're here. But now you're making a step from GT cars into prototypes, and also prototypes with hybrid systems that I believe are going to be driving through the front wheels, and all kinds of interesting little technologies here. It seems like every step you make in this sport these days, the bandwidth you need up here is exponentially greater at every level, especially this step.
Yeah, exactly. Today, as I also said earlier, I would have not be ready at maybe 22, 21, 23 for such a challenge. You really realize that the cars these days, they really get complicated with the hybrid system, and the driver is just not someone going for lap time. Today they ask you a lot more than that, and yeah, it takes you also actually by driving quite a lot of thinking of what's happening, and use the systems to your advantage to actually drive quick with this car. So yeah, you would need to be a really complete driver. Luckily also in the team, I'm coming from GT. It's a new environment, going to prototype, hybrid system, it's something really new. But we have drivers for sure a lot more experience in prototype, like Felipe Nasser, Dane Cameron, and we have Andre Lottora, which is coming back and was from already Audi and Porsche with the 919. So we have really also guys where we can rely on, which can help the younger drivers like me to just build our knowledge, build our confidence, and just give us the direction of working and how to work and be quick with this type of cars. So in the end, yeah, we have really a great mix within the crew, and yeah, I'm glad to be part of it.
There's so much that you're going to be doing inside the cars now. You talked about it. You've got to be when should I harvest energy? When should I deploy energy? You're going to have the engineers talking on the radio to you, all kinds of things like that. And yet you've still got to put together really fast laps. This is a great challenge for you, and I have a feeling it's truly one you're going to relish.
Yeah, we will see, but obviously, yeah, we'll have to put my brain into a multitask function for next year. Luckily, we have still a lot of testing planned towards the end of the year, so this will be super important for me and the GT drivers which are part of the program, to get used to all these things, get used to the energy management, get used to the engineer talking on radio, and still driving quick and hustling the car to the limit, absolute limit, to get the maximum performance. So I believe with the testing program that we have until next year, we will definitely work on that, and this will be really helpful to be ready at the first race of the season to just maximize the performance.
Well, as I said, I've had the pleasure of announcing you since you first showed up in IMSA racing and in the GT3 cars, and then stepping into GT Le Mans, and I can't think of anybody who deserves this opportunity more, and I think somebody who is going to excel at this opportunity. Thank you so much for taking the time, and if I may, bonne chance.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. I really appreciate it, and all your nice words goes really to my heart, so really appreciate it. Thank you.
As this GTD Pro battle rages down into the Le Mans chicane, and they go through the grass and spins, goes for two. Oh, Lawrence Vanthoor.
There's the Ferrari. The Ferrari goes by for second.
Incredible. Wayne Taylor Racing comes home second, and the FAF Porsche will grab that GTD Pro win in one of the most toughest fought races you've seen.